Okay guys, you see back there, I got the boat hooked up, but time out. I've been issued a directive. Now that sounds it sounds the way it is. When you worked for me, if the words issue a directive come out of my mouth, that means I'm doing this in writing, and I expect it to be done in the time that I tell you to do it, how I tell you to do it, and then I'm going to check to see if you did it that way. And if you didn't do it that way, then I am documenting that, and it will ultimately lead to your termination. It is a process for me to terminate you. So I've been issued a directive. Chris, who could issue you a directive? My supervisor. My supervisor issued me a directive to get some fish. I'm trying to stop world hunger. I'm trying to, whatever. I got to get some fish. Tammy has entered the arena, the fishing arena. She used to fish with me. Okay, if you go back at some of my older videos, you'll see Tammy with me a lot. But Tammy doesn't like to fish over here where we live now because she says there's too many bugs. And, well, she's busy, so she would fish. She stays busy. She occupies herself. But anyway, she's entered the fishing arena by giving my fish away to people. Used to, the only people that ate the fish that I caught was us. And then I started giving fish to my mom and dad. And he absolutely loves fish. He loves it. So I give them fish. I got to keep them supplied with fish. And now she has started giving fish away to people. I'm not complaining because that's nice. But what was a purely, pleasurable exercise of just fishing because I like to fish has turned into a need for production. I mean, I need to produce fish. I have to catch the fish. I have to clean the fish, process the fish, and provide the fish for persons that she chooses to give the fish to. Now, this is not a big scale operation by any means, but it's way more pressure than I'm used to. I'll put it that way. And my last trip that I took was not a very good trip. I didn't catch. I caught a few fish, but I didn't catch but one keeper, and I let it get away. So anyway, that's what's going on right now. I've been issued a directive. My supervisor, you don't want to be on your supervisor's radar. And I'm on the supervisor's radar right now, which means I really have to watch what I'm doing. And it's just the way it is. You want to stay below the radar, and I'm way up above the radar. I'm on the radar. So anyway, I'm going to go down here, and I just left my house. Okay, so in the time that it's taken me to do this video, I've driven through my neighborhood, and I'm going down to where I get my bait, so I'll show y'all where that is. Some people were complaining on my channel because I've made too many fishing videos in a row, and that I need to talk more. My other supervisors, I have apparently a bunch of supervisors, and some of my other supervisors don't like for me just to make fishing videos. Then I had to throw in a bunch of other stuff about relationships, and I thought, you know what, I don't need to put that on, because when you put stuff, explain something to you about social media. I'll let this guy pass me because I'm only going 55 on this side road. He has to pass me. But anyway, let me explain something to you about social media. Remember when you were a kid and you wrote stuff in pencil, and the reason you wrote it in pencil is because if you made a mistake, you could erase it. Like you had a pencil and then you had the big eraser that you kept in your little pencil box. So, but even after you wrote it in pencil, you would have to throw the paper away because it would make, it would look bad. But, for temporary work, you would use a pencil. But when you got older, they would put a pen in your hand and you'd write it down, and you couldn't erase the pen. Now, you could put the white stuff over the pen or whatever, but you couldn't erase the pen. Social media, once you write it down on social media, once you say what you say and the words come out of your mouth, they're there. The words that you said are the words that you said. And you can't take it back. You can delete the video, but if somebody copied your video, it's still there. Scary, ain't it? Yeah. Well, y'all know how many people have gotten in trouble on social media because they posted something, crazy. for lack of a better way to put it. And it's out there. And you can't take it back. When the words come out of your mouth, you can't take them back. That's what I've always lived by. I've always tried to make sure that I keep my mouth shut and think about before I say what I say. That's why I talk so slow sometimes. And it drives my wife crazy because she's totally the opposite. She thinks you ought to say, and then work from there. Nah, she's not that bad. But that's one of the things we have worked out in our relationship. The thing I always try to tell my kids is like, before you say anything, you better understand you can't take it back. Once it's out of you, that's it. When we did marriage counseling and all that kind of stuff, back when we taught singles classes and all that kind of stuff in church, we always told people, you need to measure what you say before you don't ever say anything. Never say anything you think. Think about it, and think about it again. You might want to think about it again and then say it. You need to put it through a process of elimination before it comes out of your mouth. Man, what in the world am I talking about in this video? I started telling y'all that my supervisor issued me a directive. Then I started talking about a video that I was going to make and told you half of the stuff on the video I was going to make. And now I'm about down to the place where I'm going to fish. So I'm going to have to shut up no matter what. But this has been all over the place. I mean, this is the most scattered, nonsense making video I've ever done. But I feel pressure like I have to do it because the people demand. They don't care what your problems are. They don't care if you don't feel like making a video. It is like your audience, your gigantic audience of millions of people, when you get on, when you become a social media influencer and you have all these people waiting on the words that come out of your mouth, you have to produce. They don't care what it feels like. Guys, I could make a video. I'll tell you right now, I could sit down every day. I could turn on that camera and have absolutely no earthly idea what I'm going to do a video on and just start talking. In the way my mind works, I could just keep talking. And you say, well, Chris, that means you're not filtering out any of it. No. But I have a filter that is so good because I was a teacher and I was in front of kids all the time. School administrator and a teacher. And I worked with women, a lot of women. So I was very, very good. After about 20 or 30 years of that, of filtering everything out before it came out, I could just do it. I could do it. I was very good. Because you say something wrong in front of a bunch of 16-year-olds, they are like jackals. I mean, they are going to tear you apart if you make a mistake. You say something you're not supposed to say. And then, even worse, try doing that in front of a room full of women teachers. Make a mistake in front of them and see what happens. I'll tell you what happens. You're going to be killed. They're all going to pull out guns and shoot you if you say something wrong. So, I have a very good filter. I can do that. I don't recommend that you do it because you're going to say something bad and you're going to regret it. I don't regret it, anything I say. Yeah, I do too. Even me, with the good filter, even I have to be careful. Now look at this. I'm doing it. I'm being careful, and I'm backing the boat up. Man, today's going great. Today's going great. I'm making a video right now as we speak. All right, guys. Thanks for watching Nichols Retirement Empire. I'm about to get out here on the water, and I'm about to fish. There's your video that you want, that you demand for me to make that's not fishing. Now, if you're one of the people that watches my channel because you like fishing, there's a video coming your way. Hopefully, I'll be following the directives of my supervisor. And there's just the cutest little dog right there at this house next to. Aw, hey, little dude. There's a cat. There's a cat and a dog. Sorry, I got sidetracked. Me and Tammy have been going to. We've been going. There's a restaurant in town. There's like a Wendy's and a Kentucky Fried Chicken that are right next to together. And there's about 20 or 30 cats that live there between those two restaurants. And our date nights are pretty much, we go to Wendy's or Kentucky Fried Chicken, and then we sit in the parking lot and watch the cats. There's all these cats. And they look like they're all healthy. They're all nice and fat looking. None of them look skinny or beat up. And somebody must be feeding them. But there's every kind of cat you can think of. There's all these different varieties. It's like a cat zoo. So that's what we've been doing lately, going to the cat zoo and eating a hamburger. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope this helped you in some kind of way.